Hey guys, how you been? Today I'm going to let you in on a new MMORPG released for Android and iOS, but you can play it on PC using an Android emulator, as this is officially supported. This video is sponsored by Guardians of Cloudia, which is the game that I'm going to talk about, and we have a few coupon codes for you because I know you like that kind of thing. Free stuff? What's not to love? The codes are not exclusive, but if you're a new player willing to dive into the game, go with the confidence of a few freebies. The Guardians of Cloudia download link is in the video description along with the site and social media in case you want to get started right away. You got that download going already? Nice. I'm hearing some of you guys saying this. Hey, does this game look kind of familiar or is it just me? Well, anonymous dude out there in the back, you're not wrong. Guardians of Cloudia does ring a bell because it's made by the same team behind the acclaimed Tales of Wind. As they usually say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Guardians of Cloudia offers more of the successful formula. Cute anime graphics, tons of features and events, and that kind of gameplay that starts smoothly and becomes a challenge later on. But first, let me drop one of the Guardians of Cloudia gift codes right now. You can see it on the screen, so make a note and go redeem it when you launch the game. Just tap that benefits icon, go to the Redeem Codes tab, and reap the rewards. The other code will come in a few minutes, so stay tuned. Anyone familiar with Tales of Wind will immediately grasp the basics of Guardians of Cloudia. Let me make it perfectly clear. There's an autoplay option, but this will only carry you during the first few hours of gameplay and for occasional event grinding. It may take you through the tutorials and help you out as you unlock the main features, but when you start to feel comfortable and watch that battle rating increase, you don't have a choice but to get down to business and control your character. To put it simply, if you're grinding a daily event, let it on autopilot if there's an option. If you're going to challenge higher levels or player versus player content, then there's no one better to do it but yourself. Your character is a Skywalker, something that Star Wars fans will surely relate to. However, that's not the same kind of Skywalker. So you can forget about family ties to the dark side of the Force here. Skywalkers in Guardians of Cloudia are called that because they hail from the City of Cloudia, up there in the clouds, and start their adventures below after a massive tumble caused by a big, bad, abysmal night. There are 5 classes to pick from with no gender lock: Archer, Oracle, Mage, Rogue, and Swordsman. Each class can advance into one of at least 2 specializations, or exaltations as they're called here, after fulfilling a set of requirements around level 50. The Swordsman, for example, can evolve into a Guardian or a Destroyer. This quest chain can take you a few days as you face trials, retrieve items, and level up whenever required. But moving on, I decided to start with the Archer class because there were 2 big and glaring arguments convincing me. I meant the bow and arrow. What'd you think I was talking about? Pets are a big deal in Guardians of Cloudia, and you have over 100 to collect and train. These faithful companions can be summoned via the game's gacha system, and thankfully the drop rates don't seem to be on the bad side. I've managed to get a handful of SSR pets in just a couple of days, which I find rather nice. Apart from their distinct looks and skill sets, there's a lot that you can do to turn them into mob-bashing powerhouses. As they evolve, their stats improve, but so does their appearance, from cute little pets into imposing creatures that can handle their own, each one playing a specific role: wind, fire, earth, and fairy. The gallery is a nice touch. This pet sticker book of sorts where you add your new findings and mark the evolution of each creature. Another use for pets is the bounties function, which you may know from other games as expeditions or some similar name. You go into the tavern and instead of drinking a few shots, the owner, Vulpine, throws a bunch of assignments in your face. Tasks come in different tiers and may take a few minutes or up to several hours, and you need specific pets for some of them. This isn't an issue because you should have a fairly diverse team in no time, so just quick select the heck out of them and wait for the rewards to come. As for mounts, you get all the kinds of charming little land vehicles. The reliable and always lovely Corgi is one of my favorites, but there's an assortment of lambs and chocobo-like creatures as well. Now I'm going to randomly jump to one of the many limited time events that you can try in Guardians of Cloudia, called Farm Scramble. It puts one player in the role of a farmer while 5 others play as fuzzies. The farmer must catch all the fuzzies while the bouncing balls of fuzz will have to grab a specific number of apples before the timer runs out. Just like it happens in other events, there is no autoplay here, so you must hop your way around the farm and collect those apples while avoiding the decidedly big and angry farmer. Be reckless, and you'll turn into a cute but utterly useless ghost, leaving your teammates at a clear disadvantage. And now it's time to give you another Guardians of Cloudia gift pack code. Watch it here on the screen, pause the video if you need, write it down, and let's keep moving. Done? Alrighty then. Despite the temptation to use that autoplay button, this isn't going to help you every time, as I've previously mentioned. Guardians of Cloudia includes hidden quests in every map, so you'll have to dig around a bit to discover those Easter eggs that'll boost your character in several ways. I can't say that I've had much luck in my search for leads, but I will spoil you with what seems to be one of the early hidden quests. Pay close attention to the screen and you'll know exactly where and how to perform this carp-related mission.
Fish is always in the pond. Or not. The fish is always in the pond. Whether you fish or not, the fish is always in the pond.
Express my feelings towards her. Just give her a gyrocopter?
Got it? Great. Good luck with the other hidden quests. It looks like we're gonna need it. Just one more tip for you. Check your inventory regularly for any treasure map because these may lead you to, well, a treasure location. The Sky Tower is one of several cooperative modes where you and up to 4 friends face several foes. This time it's the sort of endless tower with a challenge on each floor, and the rewards are some valuable runes that you can use to upgrade your stats. Getting a few friends along the way isn't just recommended, it's almost compulsory. Guardians of Cloudia has a strong focus on social content and player interaction, and forging a few online alliances will go a long way. This will help you when facing some challenges or to increase your affinity with them, up to the point where you can hold a romantic wedding with your soulmate. One of the potential rewards is an ancient treasure map that could grant you supreme items, so there's that. Personally, I enjoy crashing weddings for the fireworks and to send a few awkward congratulatory messages to the newlyweds. Hey, I didn't really know them that well. I'm just here for the cake. One of the things that I like about these MMOs is that there's usually an event where you have to test your gray matter. I'm a big fan of quizzes, either focused on the game or general knowledge, as I find it refreshingly addictive to earn rewards while assessing my brain skills. In Guardians of Cloudia, this event is called Scholar Qualifier, asking you 10 questions about stuff that it wouldn't hurt you to know anyway. Things like who once ruled Norway or when was the first Nobel Prize awarded, balanced with some questions about the game. Sadly, I can only take the test once a day, but that's just how it goes. Now, speaking of player versus player, and I'm quoting, there are more PvP modes than you can ever imagine. Apparently, there's Battle Royale, 1v1 Duel, 5v5 Battlefield, massive guild wars, and more. I've been able to enjoy a few of these, being a part of a guild and all, from the 1v1 to the Star Moon Battlefield. In the latter, you and your teammates must capture and control specific map points. It can get a bit crowded, as you can see, since Guardians of Cloudia seems to be sporting an extremely healthy player base at launch. I won't spend much time talking about the graphics in Guardians of Cloudia. It's very colorful and charming, even more so when you're playing on a small mobile phone screen. Character edges look a bit more jagged on a big PC monitor, but nothing that could get in the way of your enjoyment. As for the quest system, it's traditional in every sense of the word, for better and for worse. You'll chat a lot with the dwellers, run errands, hunt down mobs for resources, and eliminate a stronger creature here and there. I wasn't expecting any intricate plot twists in this game, so I'm comfortable with the solid core gameplay. But I'd like to leave something out there for those who think that we only praise games, and also a suggestion to the devs. The voice acting in Guardians of Cloudia is below average, and if I recall correctly, the same thing happened in Tales of Wind. It may sound like an insignificant detail for some, but the truth is, some quality voice work can go a long way. Ramp it up, guys. That's Guardians of Cloudia, a new mobile MMORPG. Here's a fun game that doesn't break any new ground, instead offering more of the kind of gameplay that's quite in demand right now. Give it a go. You might like it. The download link is in the video description. Have fun.